Hi everybody, how are we doing today? Well, hey Renee, I'm so glad to have you joining. Well, I've sort of got a bug in my bonnet. Hi Cassie, I love having y'all on. I'm thinking about entitlement today, y'all. I'm a little bit guilty of this, not gonna lie. I've just realized that I think I feel entitled to a lot of things. I'm wondering, what do y'all feel entitled to? Hi Carlin. Hi from California and from Pennsylvania, and Betty Swan. Hey, good to have all y'all joining me today. So please type in your answer to this question. What do you feel entitled to? Be honest. What do you feel entitled to? Do you feel entitled to happiness? Do you feel entitled to perfect weather? Do you feel entitled to kids that obey you? How about children that respect you? You feel entitled to respect? Okay. You feel entitled to blessings from God? Oh, good answer. You feel entitled to having fun, right, Betty? No bad days, only fun days, right? Hi, Brian Carver. It's funny because I didn't think that I do feel entitled. Yeah, rent-free living, but seriously, respect. That's cute, Claire. All of the above, if we're not careful on any given day, we can sort of allow ourselves permission to feel entitled, and even if we maybe are against, there you go, to people treating you well, Oh, hi, Corbin. I'm so happy that you're periscoping with me. I don't know if you know, Corbin, what entitlement means. Yeah, freedom. Good answer, Jennifer. Entitlement means I think I have a right to something. I think I have a right to something just because. And, this is something that I've seen in our society a lot. And I've been thinking about this in regards to politics. But think about it for a minute with me in regards to relationships. Do you feel entitled to have a good relationship with somebody? Whether it be somebody that you're married to or a boyfriend or girlfriend. Let me just say this. Do you feel entitled to have a relationship, period? How about that? Do you feel entitled to have a relationship? Do you feel entitled to give birth if you are a woman? Do you feel entitled? Do you feel entitled to these things? Because an entitlement mentality is void of gratitude, isn't it? It's impossible to be grateful for what we have and feel entitled simultaneously. So I have a few quotes here that I think are really great, and I love this one. Service and gratitude will fuel your relationship, but entitlement and expectation will poison it. Service and gratitude will fuel your relationship. Entitlement and expectation will poison it. I think if we're really honest, there are times on our weekdays, not every day, right? On our weekdays that we begin to slip into this sense of, I deserve this. I deserve better than this. I am entitled. I'm entitled, right? So, yeah, or I'm entitled to good food. I'm entitled to free food. How about that? I'm entitled to food stamps, Some people would say, I'm entitled. I remember on YouTube quite a while ago, this single mom of like 12 kids or something ridiculous saying, I'm entitled to the government feeding my kids. And boy, she was angry that the government wasn't feeding her kids, she took no responsibility for that. But in regards to relationships, that entitlement mentality in a relationship, it will poison the relationship because it's void of gratitude and love, really, because there's no gratitude and so there's no service. And love's going to always serve, and love ultimately lays down your rights. And I have found recently with my adult children, sometimes I do feel entitled to that respect with my adult children. Even though they're grown and we're just all adults, it's like, hey, I'm your mom, right? I feel entitled to a relationship with them. Or sometimes I feel entitled to time with my adult children, and they may or may not have time for me. Sometimes I feel entitled to have time with my grandkids, and that may or may not be, on the calendar. But y'all, we must be very careful about this expectation. I always say, have an expectancy, like an excitement that something might happen, but not an expectation, because that expectation that feeds that entitlement mentality, which is truly poison, because it's not based out of gratitude and ultimately love. So you're praying for God's help to serve and speak love and life to your family without expecting it in return. That is a great prayer, Lord. That is a really great prayer. You know, we can have an expectancy, like an excitement about when things are returned to us, but not an expectation. I read another quote here. Pride and entitlement always go with unforgiveness. You like that? Pride and entitlement always go with unforgiveness. The longer you hold someone's offense over them, the more likely you are to start feeling arrogant and then about your posture towards them. So isn't that true, y'all? And forgiveness, if you're going to hold that grudge, then you're giving yourself a right to hold that grudge against someone, a right to the unforgiveness. And when you give yourself that right and you feel entitled to your anger, or you feel entitled to your unforgiveness, there you go. That bitterness breeds out entitlement, which that's a result of unforgiveness. And we all know that that's not love, right? And so, but you know what? The longer you go holding that grudge, the more you feel entitled to it and the more you will judge them. So that entitlement attitude, that really puts judgment on other people, and it's not love, right? So this is something that we can apply to our lives. This is something that we've got to be reminded of. I posted a little cartoon on my Instagram today, and the cartoon went like this: I don't have a problem with entitlement. The problem is I'm not getting everything I want. Right, y'all? I don't have a problem with entitlement. I'm fine. The problem is I just want what I want, and I want it now. I want kids to obey me. I want kids to respect me. I want a husband or a wife that loves me unconditionally. I want the whole world to be perfect. I want perfect weather, and I want perfect hair and perfect makeup and great clothes and all of these wonderful things. Hi. So we feel entitled to all of these things, right? And we do feel entitled to our bitterness and our anger and our unforgiveness. Y'all, let's let go of that entitlement mentality. We do not want to poison ourselves, and we don't want to poison our relationships for sure. We for sure don't want to poison things like our work ethic, and our own character and our own integrity by allowing an entitlement attitude to be present in our life. And boy, it's something that's going to sneak up on you if you're not careful. So don't let that thing sneak up on you, because it's ugly. So y'all just nip that in the bud, and if you have to deal with that today, y'all just go ahead and deal with that, okay? So I don't know if you're holding on to an entitlement mentality, but if you are, how's that working for you? It's not, is it? It's not working for me either. So let's all agree in our little Periscope community today. And thank you for joining. And by the way, thank you for the hearts. And also, thank y'all for everyone who's watching on the replay. But let's agree. We're going to hold each other accountable. And I'll come back at 9 o'clock tonight. Let's agree. No more entitlement mentality, y'all. Instead, we're going to make the trade. We will be grateful. We'll lay down on our pride. We will lay down that pride, and we will be forgiving, okay? We're not going to be judgmental. Instead, we will love and we will serve out of a heart of gratitude and serving. So let's let that go. That entitlement mentality is not working for any of us, right? So let's get back to work, taking personal responsibility, okay, y'all? So I'll be back at 9 o'clock tonight. Y'all have a great rest of the day, and God bless you from Dallas, Texas. I love you, and I'll be back tonight. Oh, thank you, Wendy, Trina, Titus, Lozano, for past Periscopes. And I think you guys are awesome. So I'll be back at 9 o'clock tonight. Bye-bye.